morning. So yesterday was the first day back at work, and I'm driving for my second day, and just want to talk more about navigating this time following cancer. Something that I've noticed is just how much mental space was occupied before with caring for Tim, wondering if he was going to be okay, wondering what he might need on any given day, wondering what the girls needed, wondering if the girls were really registering what was going on in the way that I wanted them to. As a caregiver, you're kind of taking care of all the things, and I tried to take care of myself in the midst of all of that and had plenty of encouragement too, but the reality is that it's just sort of like you just put one foot in front of the other and you deal with each thing as it comes, and when you're not dealing with it, your mental space is occupied with just thinking about it all, trying to orchestrate it all, trying to anticipate, what's going to happen if this happens, and is he going to live, and if he's going to die, is he going to die this week? Is it going to be next month? Is it going to be next year? Will he have, will there be a miracle? And so what I'm noticing now is, I have some mental space occupied with what now? Like, what's next? What are we doing? But that feels different. It doesn't feel at all like kind of the trauma that was constant before, and the heavy preoccupation. So if you're in the midst of a intensive journey with cancer, and you feel completely preoccupied by it, you're right. If you feel mentally drained or foggy in your brain, that's totally accurate. And I think the best thing that you can do is just keep putting one foot in front of the other. All of those details do get worked out in time. They have to. But I think if there's mental things weighing on you, you have to just tease them apart, write them down on a piece of paper, and start addressing them one by one. The things that were filling up space in my head, actually were things that I had to attend to. Some of them were worries and fears about the unknown that I couldn't possibly know the answers to until that moment arrived. But there were kind of thoughts and considerations about, the really practical stuff, like your will and, all of the legal paperwork, and, getting all of your financial things in order, and making sure that you have access to all of the, the stuff in the digital space, the online space that you need to have access to, because if that person leaves and they have all that information stored in their heads, it's going to be a real big source of stress when they're gone and you're trying to, put the pieces together. Those things weren't easy to address in the midst of someone feeling horrible, and just really focusing on living. But it felt really important that we have all of the we have all of the conversations, and I felt a lot of the times like I was kind of tiptoeing or walking on eggshells trying to have those conversations, because they were always kind of based on death might happen, and if it does, I want to be ready for it, because I'm going to be the one who will be trying to pull the pieces together and make sense of our life going forward, and having all of those things in place will be really helpful. I had the benefit too of watching my mom go through it and seeing what kinds of things made it easier for her on the back end. And what I also noticed is that each time we kind of got our affairs in order, it freed me up to just be present to Tim and to be present to the time that we had together. And it could just be something as simple as watching a movie together, watching a series that we enjoyed, and feeling like I could just be fully present there with him and doing what we were doing, and that I didn't have to be thinking about the details that I needed to attend to, because we did them. So yeah, so I'm just noticing that I'm really present to, and I'm feeling now like there's a kind of a slowness in my step and in my mental space. That doesn't feel bad. It just feels like it's allowed to be slow now, because I'm not feeling this pressure to make sure that all of these things are attended to, and I'm not feeling the stress and fear and worry about what if he dies, because he did, or what if the cancer gets worse, because it did. And in hindsight, I feel like a lot of our lives are spent with like trying to deal with the what ifs. And I think what I'm also mindful of now is that the what ifs might happen. There's probably a really good chance that they will happen, some of them. But life still goes on. And I think what I'm feeling on this side, I was talking with my sister yesterday, and just feeling like, the space I am in now feels like whatever evolves from here, for me, for us, for the girls in life, it needs to be like, I need to be moved by love, because all of the pressures to do this or do that, or it's feels like when you face death head on and you go through loss, there's an element of like life and living that feels like it gets simpler, clearer. Yeah. And like the things that really matter are the things that need to take up space, time and space in life, and the rest of the stuff doesn't matter so much. I think I had a lot of shoulds and ought tos before, and there's still some shoulds and ought tos, but most of it is like, just feel this space kind of opening up inside that's nudging and moving me to step forward, and wherever I feel moved to step forward, coming from a place of love. So yeah, so now I'm going to work for my second day, and I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoyed seeing everybody that I saw yesterday, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again today. And yeah, just doing whatever I need to do when I'm there, and being with whoever I need to be helpful to when I'm there. So, all right, have a great day. Peace to you wherever you are, and I hope that some of the things that I've said are useful to you.